Theme parks calling with that thrill seeker vibe. Vacations planned and our geek hearts thrive. We're the nerd herd, loud and proud. Geeking out, we draw a crowd. From cruises to consoles and everything rad. We live in the dream in our nerdy pad. Lightsabers clash and controllers click. Marvel debates and board game tricks. Disney rides and coasters scream. Living life like a nerdy dream. We're the nerd herd, loud and proud. Geeking out, we draw a crowd. From cruises to consoles and everything rad. We live in the dream in our nerdy pad.
Hey there, everybody. Happy Sunday to you. Zach here from Coker Culture. And guys, I am tired. This has been a really quick, really busy weekend for us. And yours truly, even probably because of the time change being another big factor with it. But I am tired, but we are here for you. Well, I say that we are here for you, but only 2/3 of the nerd herd are here tonight, folks. So we're a third short. And a lot of folks probably would have thought that if there were only going to be 2 out of the 3 folks here tonight, that I would be the one not here because of being in Helen and being tired like I am. But that's not the case. So let me go ahead and bring up my lone co-host for the time being this evening.
Oh, that's right, baby. Oh, that's right. I bet you thought it was going to be Ascalon. Surprise. Yes, no more. It's me, your boy, Jason. Ascalon's a slacker tonight, and I am here. You guys in the comments right now, I guarantee you were saying, I bet it's Jason. Suckers, it's me. I'm here.
So for those of y'all that put your money down, my apologies. I definitely misled you. But we had to do it. Ascalon popped in with us earlier today. He has some family in town over at the house, and so he didn't want to rush them off, so he did not know if he would be able to be on with us this evening. We'll see if he hops on at all. If not,
I can replace him.
No, you definitely cannot replace Ascalon, but you're in here.
We play the same games, though.
Yeah, no, y'all don't. You sit back there. You be Chad. Be good. Okay.
Be good, Chad. You be good.
Be good. We got a lot to talk about tonight, Jason, because we were in Helen for a day. One day and a little more.
We did a lot.
Yeah.
But the amount of stuff that we did in that time, insane.
I made a joke with you earlier. I said, so you could honestly say you've been to hell and back.
A lot of us have. A lot of folks, I'm sure, that are already in the chat were hanging out with us this weekend up there, and boy, did we have a good time. And we learned a lot about a lot of people that we've known for quite some time.
Learned some new stuff
in the YouTube community. Yeah, we found out a lot about a lot of folks. So let's go ahead and let's take a look and see who all is here so that we can talk about it and see what's going on here. So first up, no surprise, Mike was here. And then Eddie Lugo is in the... I've got an Eddie Lugo story from this weekend. There's no doubt about that.
Lord.
Let's see. Mike wants to know, will the stream work tonight? Yes. Will Az wear a black shirt? We may never know. Will Jason...
His shirt's so black, it's non-existent.
Will Jason be late? No, but he is wearing a black shirt.
This is for Ascalon.
All right. And then right behind them, it's Scotty J. We only 2/3 of your only 2/3 of your men's are here tonight, buddy.
That's so funny. Ah, it feels
Miss
so good for Ascalon to be the one missing and not me.
Right,
You know?
Miss Roxy is here. Miss Roxy was in Helen with us this weekend. And then G Dad, of course, is in the house. And G Dad celebrated a birthday yesterday. So we were not in
Really?
town to hang with him. Yeah, G Dad turned the big, hold on, let's see, this is 2020. G Dad turned the big 65.
What?
65 yesterday.
Dad, you tell them you're not 65, you're 65.
Oh God, he probably will now. Thanks, Jason. Just what we
You
needed.
can, I don't try. That's not trademarked, G Dad. You can use that.
Miss Angie Floaty Boaty is in the house. Welcome in. And then right behind her is Miss Lisa and Mr. Steve. And boy, I don't know if we learned more about anybody than we learned about Lisa this weekend.
Oh, really?
The entire city of Helen knows that Lisa is allergic to eggs. And if they don't, we're here to tell you Lisa's allergic to eggs. So now all of you can be aware that Lisa is allergic to eggs. And she also does not know what the color green is. We learned that too, which is fantastic. So I think I put some memberships. I gave away 5 new memberships later on in the chat. So Lisa, that's green. When you see those in the chat, it'll be green. And then Miss
Ascalon's channel is going to be so confused because this is going live on his channel and he's not on there.
Hi, we are not Ascalon, but hopefully not going to even pretend to be. We are not Ascalon, but we have commandeered his channel for an hour. Welcome if you're on Az's channel. Welcome to the Nerd Herd. He would normally be with us.
Subscribe to me, Ascalon. I'm here. Get your subscription.
You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to hang with your boys with the Nerd Herd for just a little bit.
Ascalon 1 and Ascalon 2.
The non-existent ghost of Ascalon.
The non-existent ghost of Ascalon is in the. All right, so welcome in, Antoinette. I don't know if you heard me say that a minute ago, but Mitch is here. Welcome in, Mitch. I'm going to try to stay awake, buddy, for your live. I'm going to try. I'm tired, but we're going to see. And then Miss Danny is in the house. We got to hang with Miss Danny a lot this weekend. I got some pictures. Awesome. Hold on, let me. I'm going to share my screen here so y'all can see some of these pictures.
Oh,
we got pictures of everybody. So let's see. Share screen. Let me get it up here. I didn't download it off of Facebook, so y'all are just going to see it here. But look, so there's. Could y'all see it or no? Maybe not share yet. Media. Hold on.
It's down there at the bottom. You need to just pop it up on the screen.
There it is. All right.
Now highlight it.
So there's Jess and Miss Danny.
Oh,
let me get Danny's comment off the screen. And then there's me. Look, there's me and Miss Danny.
Oh, that's so good.
Look, Jason, I got my mic on.
Oh, I love it.
I got my mic on. And
then it's been superb, by the way, recently.
Thank you. And then let me get this down, because then I got one of her and Chad
at dinner.
So let me find that. Where did that go? Hold on, sorry.
It was at dinner.
Here we go.
There it is.
Get this pulled back up. There it is. Danny and Mr. Chad there. Chad and his new braces.
Tennessee. Oh, he's got his braces on. Yeah.
Yeah, his new braces. So, all right, let me get that off the screen. There we go. All right. So, and speak of the devil, here. Look who's here. Mandy is here. Mandy is apparently our new adopted daughter. Just said that we just adopted Mandy because Mandy hung with us all weekend too. When we showed up Friday night. When we showed up Friday night, we were tardy to the party. The party had already started, and then we show up, and we show up near the end of match game. And Miss Mandy was loosey goosey, and she was ready to party, man.
Oh, that's
And
so
2 hours
good.
and
of Uno.
and we broke out Uno, no mercy Uno.
Oh yeah.
And let me think who all sat there and played, because it's a whole group that was in there. It was Lisa and her husband, Steve, Ron and Darlene were in there. The four Cokers, Mandy, Sherman, and his wife Crystal. I think that was everybody that was in there, but everybody but Steve, Sherman, and Crystal were involved in this Uno game. And when I tell you it almost lasted 2 hours,
Really?
it almost lasted 2 hours. And whew, it was funny. It was funny.
Guess who
All right,
won?
Miss. Yeah,
Did
Me.
she find,
I
did
won
she
for
find her
Mandy.
after hours? Did she find her after hours party?
we did Mandy find her after hours party? I'm sure she did.
Yeah, she was talking about it, remember?
Look, after Miss Josie Ann, we got Miss Lori. Lori's in the house. Welcome in. And then Double A is in the house as well. Miss Antoinette says, cool shirts. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, hold on. Look, I done found the boss. The boss is here. Where is she? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I saw you. There you are. Miss Alice is in the house. Miss Alice Luke. So, okay, I might as well, since Alice and Eddie are in here, I should just go ahead and tell the Eddie story.
Please. Oh my goodness.
So, because good Lord, it's Eddie.
It's Eddie.
So, we missed the spaghetti ice meetup, okay, because that was on Friday. So we missed that. So we decided that after the mini golf event on Saturday, we were going to go walk and find the spaghetti ice and have that, because only one place in Helen you can get the authentic spaghetti ice. So we make the walk, and it's like a 13-minute walk. Not bad, but it's like the heat of the day. So we're walking. And nobody, we didn't think anybody was coming with us because everybody else had done it yesterday. We just thought it was us. And then we're getting there, and we're getting ready to walk in, and all of a sudden we hear the weakest little meep 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 noise, and here comes Viva La Raza up on his motorized scooter, just zooming like it ain't nothing. And Eddie and Alice have decided they're gonna join us for a little ice cream.
Uh-huh.
And so that was fun. That was great. But then we're on the way back to the hotel. And let me just say, the rules of the road do not apply to Eddie Lugo. Eddie's riding his scooter anywhere and everywhere, on the sidewalk, on the road. Jess has a picture of Eddie in the middle of the street going like this. God.
It was the funniest thing ever because there was cop cars next door.
There were cops everywhere. Cops
like,
everywhere.
Really?
Oh, I don't know how Miss Alice does it. All right. Mr. Randy is in the house. Hey. Welcome in, Randy. All right. Oh, yes, we all hate the time change. Everybody's saying hey. Everybody's still saying hey. Mitch says, I knew I shouldn't have said hi to Jason. Mr. Pete is in the house. Pete, I'm not envious about you Londoners about very much, but the time change and the fact that y'all don't have to deal with it. You know what? And Randy lives out there in one of them states, Arizona, I believe, that doesn't have to do time change either. So
I think there's a couple other that have started this year doing it too.
And we need more. Okay, Sensei Chet's in the house. Sensei Chet, I beg of you of two things. Do not go watch Fridays Go Live Together. If you haven't, don't go watch it. I was not on my best behavior, and me and Captain Billy J may have made some Sensei Wabbit jokes. So don't go watch that. But do make sure you watch my Helen video that comes out when we played mini golf, because we found they have your skeleton somehow, Chet, at the mini golf course. So you're going to have to see that. Look, Lori, oh my, I'm in the wrong room. That's because you probably showed up to your boy's room. You went over there to say hi to your boy Ascalon, who isn't here tonight and canceled his water park simulator stream on Friday night too. I saw that. I was out of town, but I still saw that because he was supposed to go live. Oh, Danny, wow, it's Jason. Yeah, right? So we finally have caught up to where you came on the show. Man, am I behind. Goodness gracious. That's what happens when I get distracted telling some Helen stories along the way, too. Diego is here. Welcome in, Diego. Appreciate you coming and always checking out the Nerd Herd on Sunday nights. Okay, I reached where I gave membership. So Mr. Tim Mitchell got one. Crafts with Nightingale, Michael's Adventures. Diego got one of my memberships. All right.
Hey, that's awesome.
And then First Letter got one. All righty. Double A, disappointed that there was no live stream. There was, though. There was. It was on Roxy's channel. Roxy, I believe, live streamed the Church by the River. The Cokers,
I saw that go live this morning.
The Cokers did not attend because since we arrived late, Jess wanted to do some scenic viewing. And so we left after breakfast this morning so that we could take the long road home and she could get some pictures of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
How was the coloring up there?
Welcome in, Liz. Thank you and Chris for coming. I hope Chris is feeling a little bit better or a lot bit better by now. Look at look, Double A. Sakes alive, GDad 65. Yep. Yeah. Yes, he is. Oh, Lori says.
What did the scenery look like? Is everything coming back up there? I mean, is it getting green? Is it?
It's starting to. I mean, we're getting into that time that it's starting to, but it's not all there yet. But it still looks beautiful. The mountains look beautiful. They were hazy this morning. Miss Denise is here. Welcome in, Miss Denise. Oh, looky here. Liz and Chris are celebrating 7 months of membership. Yeah. Wow. If you're not a member of the Webster or Potassium Clan, or, of course, the Turd Herd over there, or even though he's not here, the Asgardians, make sure you join because you're missing out. You're missing out. That is
as canceling.
Sure. All right. Let's see. What is this? Here we go. Mitch, I'm working on stuff special for me. Oh, no. So Double A wants to know if we will get Cat in the Hat style as 1 and as 2 shirts. I need as 2 to be spelled just like that, though.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's good. Oh, let's see. Will G. Welcome in, Will G. Appreciate it. Yes, Alice, glad everybody made it home safely from Helen. Yep.
I Danny, that. I'm sure that was a lot of fun.
Danny did. She sat with me and my family and Mandy at dinner and did not sit with her parents. Yes. God bless Dawn and Katie. Y'all are awesome. But yeah, Danny chilled with the Cokers and Mandy yesterday. Yeah, Jason, next year you got to come.
Yes.
We got to get Ascalon there because, oh, God, here he is. Ron is here.
Oh, no.
Hold on, Ron.
Ron and I hung out all weekend.
So did you feel like you were hanging out with me?
A little bit.
Yep. Just a little bit more hair, more gray?
Just, yeah. And more Ron. Get more Ron. Ron, hey, that one's free. You can take it.
More Ron. That's good.
Wait, did that just click for you?
It just hit me. Oh, that's pretty good. I got to give you credit for that one.
Hey, well, what you'll appreciate this. So hold on. I'm distracted now. I got to put this comment on the screen. Let me go find it. Where did it go? Come on. Here it is. This just took me way out of it. Nothing like taking a dump with your 2 voices in the background. Thanks, Dad.
Maybe the laughter helped you get it out. There
Apparently.
you
Oh Lord. But yeah,
go.
you guys really, Helen was a blast. When I can say that not only did I have fun, Jess had a good time and wasn't, fully introverted like she can be, wasn't in her shell. She, enjoyed who we were hanging out with and what we were doing, and the boys had fun.
I did have one complaint though.
Oh gosh.
They were missing life's greatest creation, a grilled cheese.
You had a grilled cheese on the first night we were there.
I had a single grilled cheese. The other restaurants didn't have it.
Y'all
Does
don't
he have
listen.
do you have a daily grilled cheese every day?
He thinks he does. Looks like I hit Scott's stash. How? I don't know how. Are my eyes red? They might be. I'm tired, Scott, but no. No, I'm no. Okay, let's see. Which pick do you need, Danny? Let me know. Jess isn't
Zach, I
here
just
right now, though. Jess, of course, we get home and Jess runs away. That's what
ran
happens.
away.
Jess ran
We
away.
got stuff we got to talk about tonight, Zach.
I know. Oh, we do. You got stuff to talk about?
Well, I mean, I always have stuff to talk about, but there's
We
stuff
just
that we didn't get to talk about from our trip that we missed out. We never got to talk about homecoming. We went
Yes.
out for lunch. We never got to talk about that. We've not talked about some of the new videos that have been released on some of the new rides or one of the new rides. Have you seen that roller coaster yet?
This
For
which
Fast and
one?
Furious? The
Yes.
Hollywood Drifter.
Shockingly, Jess was the one to find it.
That's gonna make me absolutely throw up. There's no way I can ride that. There's no way.
My thought in looking at it was it's kind of like Curse of the Werewolf a little bit in how it's you
True.
wouldn't.
I think it's Curse of the Werewolf slash also. Well, I didn't get sick on Curse of the Werewolf, but it also reminded me a little bit of uh, what's the other one? The indoor. Gosh, Cosmic Rewind because the carts
Yeah.
spin.
Well,
I
and
think that's the new thing.
we've already you and I have already talked about our feelings on Cosmic Rewind. That was a
Never
one
again.
and done for you, right?
Fine with it.
I'll never ride that again. I mean, I would have to be almost passed out from Dramamine before I could do it. There's no way.
I
Yeah.
wasn't bad the first time, but the fact that we got to ride it like 2 times in a row somehow, I don't even remember how, but that's what did me in, and I thought I was going to be sick. But yeah, Fast and Furious looks like it's going to be hashtag not for the old guys. So
No, like it. If you guys have not checked it out, you need to check it out. It's on YouTube. You can see it, but
yeah,
I mean, it
what we're
looks like
talking about. If you want to look it up, it is Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift
Hollywood Drift.
is what it's
Hollywood
called.
Drift, yeah.
Hollywood Drift. I don't know what they'll call it in Orlando, if it'll get a Florida-based name or if it'll still be Hollywood Drift. But yeah, check that out. Look, Ron got to it, and then Eddie not to be beat. Hashtag moron. Look at all of y'all celebrating 7 months of membership. First it was Liz. Now it's been Danny and Lisa, and Mandy is the latest here. Thank you guys all for being such wonderful memories. And Will G flying by us Saturday, returning from Spain. Well, safe travels, Will. Glad you made it home. And yes, it was all weekend. It was. And both of the boys joined in. Chad was a little harsher than Ty. Chad. Oh, look, Mitch says, Chad, we got good grilled cheese in Texas.
Good.
Oh, wait. Oh, where did that go? Dadgummit, my chat keeps skipping on me. Here it is. I'm looking for Danny here. Jess, Chad and I have a lot of the same stuff, and I was honored Chad asked me to take a pic with him.
You're welcome.
Oh, he says you're welcome. Jason is a little quiet.
No, I'm sorry. I'm being a little quiet because I'm trying to pull this up. I'm going to show you guys so I've got, if you want to see the behind the scenes on that, I've got a video to show the Fast and Furious if y'all want to see it.
Oh, but yeah, you're right. Before I get into talking more about Helen, we need to talk about Homecoming.
Yes,
I'll let you
yes.
take the charge on Homecoming because that ended up being the Jason show.
Well, it all right. Well, here's the thing. What's funny is obviously I wasn't. We said it last week. We said last week that I was late because we were not going to go, and I started having FOMO so bad. And then Sarah looked at me and she goes, "You want to go, don't you?" I said, "Yeah, I mean I do because I mean all of us together. That's just going to be a lot of fun and everything." And I said, "But don't worry about it." I said, "Just text Jess and see if maybe they're already eating. Maybe we'll just show up late and hang out for just a little bit." And then all of a sudden she goes, "They have not sat down yet. They've got an hour wait." And I was like, "All right, let's go." So we took off and then I was just excited to get there. And as soon as we got there, I mean, no more than I had walked up and was video and I was doing my vlog, and I walk up and you guys get the notification that we're going in, which that was awesome.
That was
So
perfect timing on your part.
yeah, yeah. So it's Chef
Smith.
Art Smith's homecoming, and so we go inside, and it's very homey inside. I mean, it's very it's got a big bar off on the left, but it's got a real nice homey feel to it. And we they set us down pretty much right away, and I'm sitting there thinking about what I want, and then of course you know everybody's going around looking for Coke Zero. They're going to get a Coke Zero. Someone's going to get a Sprite. Someone's going to get whatever. And then I looked at Sarah, I was like, "Are you going to get a drink?" And I said, yeah. And no faster than I had said, "I'm going to get a drink," I thought, well, I'll just try one of their beers or something like that. And
Mr.
I think it was,
IPA.
yeah, I asked Kalon, was like, if you've had beer, but if you've never tried their moonshine, and I was like, no, I have not. And here comes our boy who was there, and he was like, our chef, which was Jake, or not our chef, our
Oh, waiter.
server, Jake was
Yeah.
like, "You never tried our moonshine drinks?" And I said, "Well, no." And he goes, I got you." And as soon as that happened, and, it was that was just kind of it was a funny thing. Well, so not only did I get this huge flight, well, it looks like a huge glass. It's probably a glass and a half. If you were to take all of those and pour them into a cup, it would have been like a cup and a half. And they
Yeah.
were mostly mixed drinks. At first, I was thinking it was going to be like a flight of the actual like moonshine stuff, but it was actually a mixed drink of each of those. And I thought it was so funny because Chad was giving me a hard time. He goes, "You're not going to drink all of that, are you?" And I was like, no, we're not. We're not going to drink all that." And then Sarah, my wife, she got her something, and then we're just like, she's like, "You don't need to get to drink all that." And I was like, "It's not even that much. It really wasn't even that bad." And but it was a lot of fun because here we are, everybody's we finally get Ascalon gets something, and we're trying different things, the Ninja Turtle and all this stuff. But I'm telling you what, it was the most fun ever. I mean, but here's the thing is I loved it that one that Chad was like a little granddaddy over there. He was like, he was watching every single move that I made. He goes, "You're not drinking all that, are you?" And I was like, I'm fine. We're fine." It was just funny. I think it's almost like G Dad had like taken over Chad's body.
G Dad wouldn't have been like that though.
Supervisor.
But hey, Mandy, if you're still watching and still awake, see, it's not just you. They gave Mandy a hard time all weekend. See, they were on Jason's case, so it's not just you. That's just the
Oh yeah.
boys. They just
And
on everybody's
yeah.
case when it comes to
Well,
Jason.
that.
I love that they're that way. I love that they're that way. And then, but I love that they're that way because Joshua is that way. Like my son, if I have like a beer or something at dinner time here at the house, and he sees me go get another one, he's like, "All right, you're done for the night, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm done. I mean, come on." And he's 25, and
Hey, at least you're
he's
at
very
home.
yeah. But it's we it was a lot of fun though. I mean, one Jake, we tried a little bit of everything, and then
You
he
kept
came
giving.
over, it was awesome. I mean, not only a couple
Kevin
things
too,
once they
because Kevin came over and gave us some stuff. They were both
Kevin, who's the
phenomenal.
manager, Kevin was the manager. Zach wanted to try one of their really hot dipping sauces. So not only did Kevin bring the sauce out, but he's like, looks like you didn't have any chicken fingers. So he brings a whole piece of chicken for Zach to try the hot sauce, which I thought was awesome. He
Yeah,
brought us a
phenomenal.
he brought us a free piece of his mom's recipe cake or whatever.
That
I guess it was
hummingbird cake.
Oh yeah.
hummingbird cake. Brought us that slice of cake for us to try. I mean, and then not only that, of course, we get toward the end, and I'm like, I'm giving this guy. I mean, I think as a table, we gave Jake a huge tip.
Oh, we
I mean,
did. Yeah.
I gave him a sizable tip, just me personally, just because I was like, this may be the best service I've ever gotten at all. And and here's the thing. I mean, it's not like it's that big a deal, but I mean, it's I don't tip that big typically. Typically, I don't tip
Yeah.
that big, but it was such a fun experience. And this was the magical thing is after we tipped him and we were cashing out and everything. He looked at me, he goes, "Are all y'all on the same bill?" I said, "No, we're on separate." So he comes back around and hands everybody their bill, and we got, how much was it? Was the family and friends?
Yeah, he gave us the family and friends discount, and like it ended up being $40 off of my entire bill.
It
So
was crazy. So I don't know. It was such a good experience. So if you're ever in Disney Springs and you want to go to Chef Art Smith's homecoming, it is as advertised. I mean,
yes,
the
not
food
just
was
the food, but the
amazing.
service
Oh
top
yeah,
notch.
Chad got a biscuit that wasn't even on the menu. He ordered something and he let Jake just let him
It's
piece
just
it
a bacon,
together.
egg, and cheese biscuit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't even serve it there, and he just made it. But I don't know. I love things like that. Like that to me is those little kind of moments when you're on vacation and just somebody goes above and beyond. You
yes,
know, um,
make your experience even better. That used to be the Disney way.
well, it was. We finally experienced it, and I've experienced it a few times there, but like not as much as that was. That was Kevin and Jake, and I mean they didn't have to be. I mean I think that's genuinely just who they are. I don't think
Yeah,
they were. I think we were fun. I think we were fun. We were having a good time with them, which turn made them have a good time too. So I don't know. I enjoyed that. I mean, you know,
it was a
and
great experience that hopefully we'll get to repeat.
I know I wanted to go back. We were going to go back one of the other nights we were there and stop by and have a late drink, and we just didn't get to do it. It was just too. We were too busy. But I've texted. Jake has texted me a couple of times on my channel.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah. So the next time we're there, if he's there still, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he loves his job, but I mean, if he's there next time, I'm 100% going back.
Oh yeah. Right. Let's see who else has been speaking in here since we left off. So Lisa said it's a Chad. It's not like he did not have a kitchen to make a grilled cheese in, right?
Yes.
But no, he ain't gonna do the work.
I've seen
Danny
it before.
Danny says she learns that Ty can eat a lot of food. I was not kidding. Ty never stops eating. He and I just wait till you see the video of the night of our German dinner. Just wait.
Oh my
And you
gosh.
see what Ty and I shared, and then you see how much of it we ate.
What about the night that we went? The night we were with Mike. We met Mike, and that's where he got the term the big fat
The big back quarterback.
big fat quarterback. Like I got this all the meats from this barbecue joint, and and then of course I owe Ty a hat because he goes, if I can eat what I got and then eat some of yours, can you give me the big back quarterback hat? And I finally had to stop handing him things because he was like a
He
little.
was going to
He was like,
continue eating till he got
and I was
sick.
like, y'all, I'm not going to get him sick, but he was like, he was piling it down, man. That kid is a bottomless pit.
He really is.
Bottomless.
Will G says IPAs all the way. So there you go, Jason. There's another one in your corner.
See.
Oh, look, see, Mandy said, Jason, I got in trouble every sip of alcohol this weekend.
And here's the thing. I want the boys to know this, and just there's you as long as you've got people around, you're being responsible. You're not out driving yourself around, and I think you can. I think kids need to see that. I've told my son that for years is that it's not so much that you see mom and I have a drink, it's that you see mom and I be responsible when we're doing it.
Correct.
So
You're
if
learning
we're
several different lessons.
you're learning that you can have something as an adult and and be responsible. And so my son's always been like, as long as you're responsible, I don't mind. I mean, so I'm always very cognizant of that. So I set the example for him is that, you know, you can have a good time and you can get a little silly. And as long as you're responsible, it's okay. It's okay.
Absolutely. Look, Danny is right. Yep, the whole breakfast crew went on Go Live together on Saturday,
Oh,
live
really?
from the restaurant. Yep, that was Ron's idea, but that was a lot of fun for about 5 minutes. And G Dad says, "Come on, Jason." G Dad would have said, "Pour me another one." So,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Whoa, perhaps, or Double A says, perhaps Ty can handle the meat mountain, the
Arby's.
Schweichenstacks, Kenny
Arby's.
Oats. Ty would don't challenge Ty. He will attempt to do it.
I mean, he struggled to finish his pancakes this morning.
All right, Cruise Tubers, welcome in, Tubers. Yeah, y'all make sure to give give the live a like, and share the love. We don't mind y'all channel hopping as
Oh,
well.
absolutely.
And then Liz gave 5 Coker Culture memberships. So thank you so much, Liz and Chris.
Wow.
Let's see who got them, and then we'll play our little nerd herd bumper here. So the Cruise Tubers, Mr. Bill got one from Warm Strong Adventures. Mike got one. Shanster got one, and Mary, I believe, from Blessed to Crochet. So thank you so much, Liz. Let me give you our little nerd herd bumper here. Where is it? Here. Yeah, so thank you very much, Liz. Yeah, Mandy, and we're talking about Ty here and eating. I think he only struggled this AM because he was so tired. Yeah, he had a big old plate of pancakes and he didn't eat very much of them. But yeah, the boys were tired. Jess was exhausted this morning. Mandy was exhausted. I think everybody was exhausted today for the most part because Saturday was absurd. Absurd. But I mean, we got there, like I said, we got there at 8:30 ish Friday night by the time that we were done eating because we ate up there at a place called Big Daddy's. Like we got into Helen and we went to a place called Big Daddy's to eat dinner. And I'm all for a good joke. You know me. I love a good
Yeah.
joke. I love a good pun. Anything like that's going to catch me off guard. So we go. They sit us in a corner booth because they got the wholesome one. They put baby in the corner,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
this is it took you a minute to get moron. Let me tell you, this is my moron of the weekend. So they've got the basketball game. The Celtics were playing somebody. They got that on a few screens, but then in every corner they have the Adam Sandler movie Big Daddy playing.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, hey, all right, I can sit here and watch Big Daddy. And then the light bulb goes off, and I'm like, watching Big Daddy at Big Daddy's. Like that's pretty good right there. I like that.
Yeah.
So
Big
uh,
brain. Big brain.
yeah, right. Big brain, big brain. That's how the weekend started, and then, like I said, we basically went straight to the Uno party after that. And
How many of y'all were there, Zach? How many total? Did you count how many of y'all were
so
there?
So I did my best to think about how many people were at dinner and went off of that because I'm sure even still not everybody was at dinner. But if my count was even remotely close, I think there were about 75 people at dinner on Saturday night of
What?
just the group that was with us. About
Wow.
75. And like again, it was so nice to meet so many people from the community in person for the first time. Finally got to meet Ryan and Mel, who we did the football show with. So 30 some odd shows of
Yeah.
a season together, and we finally meet in person. And then we already had met Ron and Darlene and Mandy before. Of course, we met Sherman and Crystal. Sherman's tall, Jason. You're gonna feel real short when you meet Sherman.
Really?
Yeah. And then Miss Lisa and Mr. Steve, and meeting them, meeting Danny. We'd already met Roxy, of course. We met Roxy at the gaming convention. Of course, Eddie and Alice, we've already met and hung out with. Billy
Yeah.
J. Got to meet Captain Billy J for the first time. And let me say, I know he is not in here. But some of y'all that know Billy J or have met Billy J before, you may be able to vouch this, but from his older videos to this weekend, it looks like Billy J's lost a whole lot of weight. Billy J looked tall and skinny from what I remember seeing pictures and videos of good old fake Captain Billy. Chris, Ohio Travels with Chris was there. Got to meet Chris for the first time. Then Darian, who hosted the event, first time meeting him and Rafi. And the biggest surprise to me for the whole weekend, because I was not expecting it, and the boys were with me. We were, where was I when I saw it? I think I was leaving the hotel, and I got a YouTube notification of somebody that I've followed for a while now, and I don't know if Scott's in the chat, but I found the channel's name is Wishing Mouse. Wishing Mouse. The vlogger, the girl's name is Zoe, that does it, and she's basically a Disney vlogger. And I found her through Scott, through Controversial Cruising. So she's in the community, but not really in the community, as because I don't see her in anything else. But I found her through Scott, and of course, she films and vlogs a whole lot of stuff that we love to watch and do. All the stuff down there in Disney, because she's a Central Florida girl, as far as where she lives and stuff like that. And she put out a video on Saturday about the spaghetti ice and being at the meetup. And like, seriously, within a minute of getting that notification, I was like, oh my gosh, Zoe, are you here? I was like, we're here. And so I got to meet her at dinner. So that was awesome. Unfortunately, they sat her with Ron. So, I mean, she may never come back. But,
Oh no, yeah.
of all the people that they could have sat her with, they sit her with Ron. So,
Yeah.
Oh, and this is funny. Yeah, Mandy thinks she scared Billy J. But serves him right if you did, Mandy, because he did not know that Mandy was Mandy. And so she had to, in her very Mandy way, make sure he knew who Mandy Smith was, or Mandy with an I.
Zach, with this last week, I when we were at Epic and all that stuff, and I was posting those videos about searching for Toad.
Oh God,
on my
you and
shorts.
yes,
Listen, that short went pretty good. I mean, it's not went crazy. I mean, it got more views than some of my other ones typically. And then I was like, I think people really like that. And then of course, I had the follow up where I found Toadette, which I
yes,
think,
that might have even been funnier than the original of you finding
so what characters that anyway with the double
the braids. So look, Lisa thinks Billy J's lost 50 pounds. See, I knew, and Roxy says 30. So either way, that's huge. I could tell a major difference there. And yeah, Danny, yep, poor Wishing Mouse with Ron. And hey, y'all go subscribe to Wishing Mouse. Danny, do your super mod thing and share out Zoe. Let's get Zoe up. She's a bigger channel than we are already, but she's been doing it for like 12 years, 12 or 13 years. But and what's this? Yes, Ron. We know Miss Darlene was at the table too. Thank God, Miss Darlene was at the table too. So I do. Let me apologize to everyone out there that is going to watch my videos from Helen. here is your apology from me. Ron is in almost every video. I'm sorry. There's I think there's in one of them. You will hear me say it, and I could not describe it better. I said I can't get rid of him. He's like a bad rash. He won't go away.
That's pretty good.
But I decided I'm gonna do I think several small videos from Helen. I'm gonna break it up that way instead of doing I normally do full day stuff, but that's how crazy it was yesterday, Jason. Of all that
Really?
it's hard to think we did everything that we did in one day. So my hope is next year, if the stars align and we're able to go back, that we're able to go up on Friday and get the full 2 days with everybody up there, and do the spaghetti ice hangout on Friday, and then maybe stay for the church service on Sunday, since we left before they do church by the river that they
Okay.
talked about earlier there. And so it'd be nice. So we'll see. And we also know what building we're supposed to apparently stay in next year at the hotel, because we weren't cool and we didn't know what building to book, but all the returning people did. Let's see. Rob made it in. Look, Rob is 2 for 2 tonight, and I say that because somehow Rob came in and misspelled both our names. So good job, Rob. Welcome. Well, that's how those. No, never mind. Those are the Canadian spellings of our names, and Rob's up in Canada, so we'll give him a pass. That's how they spell Zach and Jason up there. And yes. This does need to be said. We said this a lot this weekend, that Ron and I actually do enjoy each other's company, and just it's all in good fun. Listen,
Did you let everybody know that you're actually? Hey, did you let everybody know that you actually are able to go to the thing in April?
What are you talking about? Oh no! So yeah, I need to. Yeah, thanks, Jason. Hey, squirrel.
Hey, I remember everything.
Yeah. So
Except names.
except names of stuff. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I know some folks know. Yeah, the Nerd Herd guys know, and Mike knows, and that might be about it. But we did not get a February YouTube check. I don't think, because we'd met the amount by the given date that they check it to get one.
Yep.
We're getting one here in March, and it is essentially, it's going to be the biggest YouTube check we've gotten thus far, because it's basically 2 months in one, since we didn't get a February one. So with that, it was enough for me and Chad to book a hotel room to do Sir Henry's. So we are good to go for Sir Henry's Haunted Ghost Town in April. So we'll be down there. We've already got a hotel booked for the weekend. We're just going to have to drive from Orlando, which is crazier to think about, that hotels in Orlando are cheaper than hotels in Plant City and Lakeland. But I guess it's because they're just there in abundance and everybody's competing with each other. So we'll be able to go down there and do that for the weekend. So now that I have that behind me, it's, can we save up money to make that road trip doable this summer? And so we'll see if we can do that. But thanks for the reminder there, Jason.
Yeah, you got to let Chad start playing some Madden for money.
I don't know if he's old enough to do that,
because there's specific dates where the tournaments are.
I don't.
Because all the normal ones are just to help build your team in Ultimate Team. So I have to wait for specific times for the cash tournaments.
There you go, Jason. They don't happen all the time.
Well,
but he did.
You can always set up like a 1v1 me, and then you set up a thing and go, everybody antes up, and you just take the pool. Set up your own little tournament.
Yeah, that's if he wins. But he is currently, for the spring season here.
Wow.
He's 12th in the entire East Coast for
That's
the
awesome.
spring season
I
of folks
won.
competing. So he's still undefeated. So we'll see how long that goes. Um, oh man, the closer it gets to 8 o'clock, the more I am just feeling drained.
Well, listen. So my wife and son went to Sweetwater this weekend. Her mom wanted to come down for some kind of big book event. They went to like some book shows and different things like that. And so they were down in Sweetwater looking at all the books. And my plan was to go with them. But listen, um, the timeline for some hats that had to go out for that Rouse's account that went out
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be going out until Wednesday. And then I got a text that, hey, we need to have those to them by Wednesday. And I was like, so that
Whew.
means they need to go out tomorrow. So 400 hats, although I can work through things pretty quickly, it was just, it was kind of a shock to the system because I thought, I'll have enough time to get them all done. But then not only that, but I had 400 hats come in and then a 110 hat order and then an 80 hat order and then a 12 hat order all just came through all at once. And so then we had about 10 orders of leatherette that went out the door. And so it just was like, I love that I'm busy, but it was a lot. So I stayed home this weekend with Knox, our bigger dog.
Yeah.
And I hated that, but I was able to knock out a ton of the hats. I've got about 20 more left when the show's off tonight to knock out. And then I'll go back through and do a quality check. I was telling you about it earlier, but I'll do a quality check, make sure everything's good. And then everything should be ready to ship out tomorrow. So I'm pretty pumped about that because it's not our biggest order, but it's a big order.
It's still a big one. Well, with all the small ones that you said you had come in after the fact, how many total is that you have left to do now in the small orders after this 400?
That's 190 more hats.
Okay. So like
Yeah.
essentially half of what you just had to do.
Half of what I
When
just did.
when do you
Yeah,
have
I
to
just
have
had
them ready?
Uh, those are for teacher appreciation. One of them's for teacher appreciation month, and then I was telling you for the resource officers, we did a resource officers appreciation hat
Uh-huh.
that I did, and I actually gave 3 to my school, and then one of Sarah's old school bought 3 for theirs. Well, I can't sell. Well, the school can't pay me as a vendor at any school that I work at or my wife. So
Yeah.
yeah, every other school I'm a vendor for in the county. So when those guys started wearing their hats, all of a sudden I get a phone call saying, "Hey, how fast can you do 80 more?" And I was like, ASAP. I mean, I already have the hats, so you just need
Yeah.
to say when." So literally, when I said, she goes, "How fast?" I said, "Say when." So I think I just have to have them by the end of this month. I'll get them done this next week. But the that I mean, as soon as I said, "Let's go," the money was in my account, which I was
Well, there you
excited about.
go. That's awesome.
It's always, yeah. And then we've had some pretty good little milestones and stuff on the website. We've been doing pretty good. I mean, things are picking up. A lot of people that have kind of stumbled upon us either through TikTok or YouTube. But now that I'm being a little bit more regular on my YouTube channel, my numbers are going up. I think we're starting to kind of get trust again that I'm going to put content out, so that kind of helps.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I mean, you know how it is. The more
Absolutely.
consistent you are, it's like I don't want to get invested into. I mean, nobody watches TV hardly anymore. Everybody watches YouTube. So
Yeah.
when nobody's
There's
putting
been a
out
big shift.
content, yeah, you don't, and I'm the same way. When I've got content creators that are very regular, and I know, okay, I'm going to get a video on Monday and Wednesday, I get excited about it. Even if the video is not even great, I just get excited because that's my regulars.
Well, hey,
So
I need to put this up here before because I
go
know
ahead,
that
go ahead.
this is about to be like a 5 minute conversation for you. So I got to find it. Where is it? Here is it. Lisa, you don't know what you've just done. What kind of hats, Jason?
Oh Lord. So now, as far as what kind of hats did I just do, or what kind of hats can I do? Also, Mike, I need to get with you on that because I don't know why that should have worked. Mike said something about the
The
member
member
code,
order
so
code.
we need to talk about
Kevin, welcome
that.
in
Yeah,
Tuber
but
Chat. Good to
so
see
the hats.
you. Yeah, go ahead.
So
Talk
I'm not
about your
sure
hats,
which
Jason.
the
Yeah,
hats that just went out.
Lisa. Yeah, talk about Lisa.
So
Yeah, Go ahead. Yes, talk about the ones you just made.
So the ones I just made were Paulding County School District hats. There were 80 of those. And then the ones that I just did, the 400 hats, let me show you. They're Rouse's. Let me show you.
Okay, well, he's going to get that. Tiffany, I saw you sneak in. Welcome in and happy birthday, Tiffany. Hope you had a great day. You actually missed it a little earlier, but yesterday was my dad's birthday. So y'all are a day apart there.
She dad's birthday.
All right, go ahead and show that hat. Let's pull you up center. There we go.
So Rouse's, if you guys are not familiar with who Rouse's is, they're one of the largest like grocers down in like Gulf Shores and around Louisiana. But they had bought like 100 hats from us a while back, and they gave them to their captains of the ships that bring in all the like it's seafood and lobster and fish and all that stuff. They bring them into the port, and they basically gave them all a hat. And I made 100 hats the last time, or 150. So this time they wanted 400 hats. So they're giving these hats. I've got two different colors. I got one a digital camo that's like a olive and brown digital camo, and then this smoke digital camo that so 200 of each. And so they're just giving them to their captains and crew as a thank you, which
That's awesome.
awesome. It's kind of, and then so then they texted us and said that if they love those and if everything's good on that, this may turn into like a something that they carry at the store. If they carry it at the grocery store, then it may be thousands. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's awesome. And that's what you want. I mean, obviously, you know, the prices that we're giving them on these, they're large numbers. So the bulk kind of dictates that you can be a little bit cheaper because you're going to make a lot with a lot of hats. So
Mitch says, Jason, you know what is good to do while making hats? Watching the Cam Fam. Because yes, the Cam Fam is live right after us, and I was too tired that I forgot to put the Cam Fam link there. So y'all make sure you go over to Mitch and Co. after this. Do a little hashtag Nerd Herd. You know what? No, yeah, this is okay. I'm going to regret saying this the second I say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. So tonight's raid, when you go over to the Cam Fam, it's hashtag whiteout. Hashtag whiteout at the Cam Fam tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There's your Nerd Herd code of the night. Hashtag whiteout the Cam Fam. Yep, and look, Danny and thank you, Danny, for posting Mitch's page. She also, along with Mike, both posted the hometown code, so you can, of course, head over there and get all your hat and apparel needs. And we got just a couple minutes here before it's time for the Cam Fam, so we'll get everything closed out here, and I will go first so that Mr. Tryhard can collect his thoughts for a minute. So 2 weeks in a row here, I'll close out. So, as many of you know, today was the celebration of life for our friend Adam the Woo out in California. And if you missed it, because it was live streamed on YouTube earlier today, it was live streamed on Adam's dad's channel, which is JW on the Move, or it may even be JWW on the Move. But it'll be very easy to find because it was watched by thousands today. But it ended up being like a 2-hour memorial. It was phenomenal. But I was very, very glad, since I could not be there, to be in Helen with my friends this weekend, because that was a great distraction from thinking about not being able to be out in California for that with my other big group of YouTube friends. So my YouTube family was split this weekend, with so many in Helen and so many in California. And I was invited to go out there. I could have gone out there, but we'd already had our Helen plans for almost over a year. And so we weren't going to cancel. The boys and Jess were going to Helen. It would have just been me going out there. And yes, they did. For a lot of you guys watched it. I got a lot of texts and posts from y'all that, you saw that they played my little video tribute that I did for his montage, which, Micah did a fantastic job collecting all those videos and putting them together. But it was a great weekend. Like I said, I'm tired. I'm going to go get some rest and try to stay awake for the Cam Fam. And look, I called it this morning. I told you Sherman would not make it home until the end of the nerd herd. But glad that you made it home, Sherman. All right, let Mr. Tryhard do his thing and take us home.
All right, so I don't want you guys to miss Cam Fam, so I'm just going to jump in here and say that I'm also going to go back and watch that. But I'll tell you this: it's kind of, I was telling the boys this a while back, but after Adam's passing, that it kind of reinvigorated me because a lot of things, a lot of his life that we know about, obviously, is it's still it's chronologically laid out in videos that you can go back and watch, which I've gone back and been watching a lot of his videos, but it kind of reinvigorated and re-inspired me to do stuff because a lot of things people can go back and watch kind of my life and my travels and my journeys through trying hard things, through, you know, taking on new hobbies and all that stuff and meeting new people and taking on challenges and building a business and just all of these things that I've kind of done. It's just a body of work that somebody can go back and say, this guy, he did things. He was around. And it's also a way that, family and friends that when you're gone can kind of see those things. And I know a lot of you don't do content, but you're in this whole thing. But, I find that I like doing it. I just got to finally get out of my head and just start putting content out there, not worrying about, so much about if it's perfect, just get it out there. And I think that that's something we can all take to heart in this, that trying hard things may just be to do things, maybe just hard to get started. So anyway, we're going to head over to the Cam Fam, but I appreciate y'all joining in every week.
All righty, guys. That'll do it for 2/3 of the turd herd tonight, folks. So thank you so much for joining me and Jason ramble on about so much this evening. We will be back next weekend, hopefully more awake and hopefully with more presence here. And the full nerd herd will be here. So like I always say, same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you next Sunday, everybody. Have a great week.
Bye, y'all.